We're just trying to figure out a tool. I got this used from a piano shop. And I know what it does. I'll show you. Take it over here. You can set it into position when you have your keys in and your action built, and you can use this to set let off, you know, and strike it. So this can be like as high as you want that hammer to work. So that's one use for this. Otherwise, you would be sliding your action in and out of your piano, which, you know, as long as you're close with your early adjustments, you'd be okay. But this does some other stuff that's kind of interesting. One thing it does, I think, is that it's a measuring device for the height of the strings. Now, how does that work? Okay, well, I can take this, slide that out. This bar here just connects the two. That's all it does. And this, I can go like this, and take that out. That's the top strike bar. Then there's these little thingies. And if I unscrew them all the way, okay, and I put this in like this, now I have a device which can give me a readout on how high the strings are off the bass of the piano. Now that's very useful to know, because that's how you use that bar and set all your what's called regulation. And that goes in there like that. Like that. Okay. Now, this has a needle readout, see? So let's just pretend that you move this up and you tap the strings and you set it in the piano and you come to this 8.5 marking here with the needle. What does that mean? Well, it's exactly 8.5. So you put this in and they're on springs, see? So you take it like that and you release it and it hits the spring, and that gives you, let's say, a readout on the right side, and then you come over and you do it on the left side, and then you do them over about a foot area. And now you know if there's a little bit of slant to the string height from the bed or whether it's straight. And then you can go ahead and put these guys back on again, and it also has a needle reading, and you set it to the same thing. So these are height adjust. These are just height measurers, and these are really very nice to have. They really are, and a nice setup to have. And so. This is something else. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure it's part of this group. I don't think it is. I don't know what that was. I may be able to tell you that. But anyhow, so that's how this works. So I think I'm probably going to go into the piano here pretty soon and use these to measure how high those strings are. And then, see, armed with that information, and once that key bed's on the action, I can touch a key and I can tell exactly how high that key is in relation to the strings in the piano. And I can also measure, you know, like how high the whole original setup of hammers can be to slide into the piano, because they might be a little high, and I can, you know, measure that too. So these are the measuring tools, just to kind of figure out where you are and what you're doing, which is a lot of fun. It's a good thing.